So things are progressing a little bit backwards at the moment. Found a slight issue with regards to the Raptor on the bulkhead. So Stu's come today, all tooled up with his compressor and sandblaster and such like, and we're going to try and remove the Raptor from the bulkhead. You can see up the top, it's all flaked off, and there's a fair amount of well, there's no prep gone into underneath it, unfortunately. So we have to seam seal all the joins, primer, and obviously key everything up, reapply the Raptor, and hopefully that will be the resolution and the solution as such. But yeah, it's not really the stage we're hoping to be at. But once this is done, then there's nothing really stopping the engine and stuff to be put in and go from there. So Stu's just taking the time to mask up the car and try and protect the garage as best as he can. And yeah, we'll have to just wait and see what happens. It's pretty miserable out here. The plan was get the car outside, blast it, and then the blast can just well, stay out here really. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So it's going to be a fair few weeks, I reckon, of cleaning up the garage once once Stu's finished. But we've got a bit of masking to do with the inside of the car. We're going to try and mask up the gap up here so the water can go in. This big poly bag's going to go across the door, stop any water coming in, try and keep the wind out a little bit as well. So yes, I will keep you updated with the progress, but this is the stage we were hoping not to be at. Yeah, in theory. Stu's been working pretty hard. All of the bulkhead areas that are most worst affected have been cleaned up, seam sealed, and then primered. Just mixing up some fresh Raptor now, so we can get on and seal everything off. But the areas up there were never sealed. The areas down there were never sealed. Where the screws are for the wiper motor, that was under Raptor, and I think they've got this thing in my pocket actually. Yeah, so that was under the Raptor. That was never to be seen again, and everything else is pretty much as it was. On the back of the bulkhead or inside the car, they've got cardboard with like hot glue to hold everything together. The garage is a little bit sandy, but that will clean up pretty easily in comparison to making a holy great mess. I'll get the engine back out at a later date. But yeah, mixing the Raptor up now. Over here's this is a makeshift paint booth in there, mixing room, on the back of a Honda Civic. Ooh.
I'll leave the document stuff in there.
I'm going to tint the Raptor. It's going to go the blue colour and spray it on. Nice and thin now, Stu.
The only thing that's thinner than here.
It's just extra layers, that's all.
It's the winter coat. Oh, we need to do the holes yet, don't we?
Hey?
We need to do the holes.
Yeah. Wrong attachment.
Wrong. Fucking
Bloody hell.
that gun's on, man.
Just be careful how thick it's going on.
I just seen that.
It's a bit of a strange day today. Not an awful lot done, but yet so much done. at the same time. So Stu's worked really hard, and the end result is a re-wrapped and painted bulkhead, and it looks so much better than it did before. The cracking's all gone. It's a nice consistent covering, and yeah, really pleased with the result. The colour's slightly different, but once the engine's in there, you never know. So you can see the sensors are masked up, all the pedals are masked up. Inside he's cardboard and glued, but it's pretty much touch dry now, and it's so much smoother. So I've got the hole here, the hole up here for the wiper motor to go in. This is a bit floppy, so just take that up for now. I've had a little tidy up, and you can actually see down the side of the car, which is the first time I've done that for quite some time. So yeah, it looks so much better. Next job's to do in the engine bay. Put these master cylinders and the plates back on, mount the plate this side, get the loom back in, fuel lines and brake lines, and then I can crack on with get the engine sorted. I want to try and get the car on the road for the summer, so it'd be great to be able to, now this is done, have at least one day a week in here to get things sorted. Now I appreciate that is easier said than done. I have lots of other commitments and such like, so I'm going to try my best to get at least one time in here a week, be it in the evenings, be it the weekends, but if I can get one day in here and at least complete one task every day, then the list of tasks will reduce massively, and the completion date will come closer and closer and closer. So yeah, very pleased. Stu's done a fantastic job. Not the best situation to be in it when the Raptor was all cracking and peeling and breaking, but we discussed it, we got it done. He's blasted it, he's cleaned it with a crud buster, snap-on crud buster. He's then sealed everything, primed everything, wrapped everything with the tintable Raptor, and he's gone home for a well-earned rest. So Stu, if you're watching, I hope you are, thank you so much for your help in this. It's no step closer to getting your wife's car finished. So yeah, onwards and upwards, eh? Right, back in the garage. The sun is shining today, which is a bonus, and I am back on this Mini. So earlier in this episode, which is a few weeks ago now, Stu's sandblasted, re-prepared, re-wrapped the bulkhead. He tinted the Raptor as well. Today I need to undress it and prepare it ready for the stuff to get fitted back up. So that's reservoirs, undo the tape around the bulkhead hole, undo the pipes around here. What he did was he used cardboard and a hot glue gun. So in theory, I just push it. Might need a bit of a push, but the theory is it should just pop out. You're gonna need a bit more effort on that. It's a slightly different shade to what it is lower down, but ultimately you're not gonna really know. So when the engine's in there, it's gonna be an unknown quantity. So today, that's the plan. Get the bulkhead dressed up, start getting things bolted on, ideally like wiper motor, linkages and stuff like that, that are going to be harder to do when the engine's in. And hopefully we can get this to a point really where I'm ready to get the engine prepared, ready to go in. That's the plan. Okay, so one of the issues I'm faced with this vehicle is because I didn't strip the car, I would have taken pictures and all sorts and taken notes and blah, blah, blah. I didn't strip the car, so I have, unfortunately, well, fortunately, my car as reference. So I can see up here, fuse box, red, white and green, brown, and then the whites. So coming over to this side, I should have green, white, white and green, white, reds and browns. So that's good, and I can put my new fuse box in place and wire those into there. I'm not going to screw it in just yet, but I've already pre-made the holes ready for that to be fitted in. Then I've got to work out what goes on the other side, work out how to attach the loom to itself, and then go from there. So I'm going to have to leave this video here now, because I may have misplaced some things. Or as the guy from work says, I've put them in a safe place. I've just no idea where that safe place is. So the wiring loom is now fitted in the front. I've terminaled all of the unions to join the front to the rear loom. It's mostly fitted in. The clutch master's fitted in as well. Fuse box is wired in. The wires come through. I haven't got any bolts for the earths here, but they just go down there, and that'll be that sorted. So they've got, I think, three ring terminals, and they go onto this thread. So they'll get fitted on. My job was to be fitting the, look at that, it's the sun. My job was to fit the wiper unit. I have new wheel boxes somewhere. I don't know where though. I've temporarily misplaced them. Not sure. But the bungs on the scuttle are fitted, the washers are fitted, and I pretty much need to fit that in. I can't put the servo in just yet because the servo will have an issue with regards to fitting in the engine. The big hole behind the master cylinder is for the speedo drive, which then goes out and down underneath the car. So we need to fit in throttle, choke, heater, rev counter, heating lines, and I think that's probably about it. There's a few other bits and pieces probably as well. What else have we got? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm kind of doing this by ear. I'm doing this by eye. A lot of the bolts that were taken off, I don't even know where they are, which is a little bit frustrating because it means that I'm now in a situation where I need to try and work out where things go, and I don't know where they go. And when I'm trying to work out where they go, I've got no things to fit them with. So it's a little bit of a jiggery pokery, but we'll get there. Anyway, a lot's been achieved in this episode. We seem to have backtracked quite a lot, but we seem to be getting beyond the point where I was previously. The interior can pretty much be put together now. Now the wiring's all fitted to this end, which means the dashboard can be mounted up, the clock is going to be mounted up, the centre console can be mounted up, which I've just, look at that, that's like a nicely freshly painted to be the same colour as the car as well. That's a nice little touch. That can be mounted up once that's fully dry. Then the switches can go in. I can effectively put the positive and negative batteries. I just got the positive battery cable out. I haven't ran it, but I just got it out for the time being. I can sort that out shortly. I need to get the fuel lines, the brake lines, and then the engine, pretty much, I think. I don't know. Anyway, that'll be it for another episode. Shh. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the content so far. There'll be plenty more to come as this build continues, but I'm quite enjoying putting this one back together, and hopefully now the weather's improving a little bit, I can get a bit more time in here and get this car done and back to Gemma, and then on to whatever the next project may be. Could it be the estate? Could it be the trailer? Could it be something completely different? Who knows? Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed the content, hit that thumbs up button, comment down below, and if you haven't done so already, please consider becoming a subscriber to the channel. It really means a lot, and onwards and upwards with this channel and on with these builds. So thank you again. See you next time. Take it easy.